Thandi was one of 3 rhino that were poached on Kariega on the 1st of March 2012. Her face was completely hacked away, about 2 inches below the horn plate, and she was left literally bleeding to death. From the very first week that we began to treat her, we could see that she had this incredible desire to live. And that's sort of become the fundamental starting point that we use now with any survivor case. And if that looks strong to us, regardless of how bad the injuries are, then we give them a chance. So with Thandi, the holes in her head were big enough for me to put both of my hands into. At that stage, I simply did not know how we were going to close up a defect that big. So I approached 2 surgeons from our Faculty of Veterinary Science at Onderstepoort, Dr. Gerard Steenkamp and Dr. Johan Marais. They came back with a solution to begin to attempt the very first skin grafts that had ever been done on a rhino's face. We didn't have the technology then to apply a plate to Thandi's face to secure those skin grafts in place. And the end result was that most of her skin grafts actually rubbed off. The skin grafts that did work were over her back horn. Today she's regrown a horn completely there, but the front of her face is still vulnerable. So we might end up going back to Thandi and applying the techniques that she taught us and that are used in other rhino. We may still have to go back and put them on her one day. Thandi was one of those cases that was very expensive to treat because every time we worked with her we needed helicopters, a big veterinary team, obviously a big grant team. The funding that came to her aid was directed through the Wilderness Foundation through an appeal we put out called the Rhino Injection Fund. And that money has subsequently spilt over into other rhino cases. At this point in time we've sort of stopped everything because we discovered that she was pregnant, and we wanted her to see her pregnancy through safely. To have the news that she'd given birth to a calf was amazing. Ultimately for us, that's what it's all about. It's about survival of the species, it's about the next generation, it's about the continuation of their presence out there, because without species like rhino, we simply can't do conservation in Africa.